Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Fidelity Rewards Visa Signature Credit Card. So I'm going to be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks, so hopefully by the end of this video you should have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Also, if you would like to receive a few free stocks, in a pinned comment below as well as in the description box, I will be leaving a few different links where you can receive just that. Okay, so diving right into the main features of this Fidelity credit card. Starting out, you will be earning 2% cash back across the board on all transactions. There is no limits on the amount of cash back that you can earn with this credit card. So of course that's great as well. And of course there are no categories, so on every single transaction you will be earning 2% cash back. Now if you go to the main website at this point in time, unfortunately there is no spend bonus, which is a huge drawback, at least in my opinion, because many other credit cards out there have at least some type of spend bonus where, for example, you might have to spend at least $500 or $1,000 within the first 3 months of the card, and in return you'll be receiving like $200 or $500. Now on the main website, like I mentioned, for Fidelity for this credit card, there is no spend bonus. However, a lot of people who already have a Fidelity account set up might be receiving some type of targeted offer where they can receive $150 in cash back as long as they're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 90 days of having their account. Now I actually have a special link. This is not like a referral link. I'm not getting any type of kickback with this. I actually found this link online, and I will be linking that in the description box below. And if you click on that link, you will be receiving that same special offer, it seems, of $150 in cash back as long as you're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 90 days. I can't guarantee that link is still going to work by the time that you click on it, but right now, by the time I'm filming this video, that link definitely works, and it seems like if you use it, you will be receiving that cash back. Now, in addition to that, with the link, you'll also be earning a 0% special intro APR for the first 12 months while having this credit card. And then after the 12 months, you'll definitely want to make sure that the credit card is paid off in full, because then at that point, the APR will be increasing. Also with this credit card, there's actually a way you can earn even more than 2% in cash back. And that's if you have over $250,000 in professionally managed assets on Fidelity. If you meet that criteria, you would be eligible to receive even more cash back on this card, as Gold members earn 2.25% cash back, Platinum members earn 2.5% cash back, and Platinum Plus members earn all the way up to 3% cash back. Granted, you do have to have a good amount of money on there, and once again, these assets do need to be professionally managed, which does come with a fee on Fidelity. Now, as far as redeeming this cash back that you earn on this credit card, whether it's a 2% cash back or the spend bonus, if you do sign up with that link and it works, you can redeem all these points into your Fidelity brokerage account. So you might just have like a regular brokerage where you invest in stocks and things like that, or you might have an IRA, whether it's a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, you can invest it in that. Now, if you don't want to put it into one of those Fidelity accounts, you can also redeem your points for a statement credit, travel, or anything like that, but those points are going to be worth a little bit less than if you were to redeem it into your Fidelity account. Now, of course, this could be a drawback, because if you currently do not invest on Fidelity, if you use another site, perhaps like Vanguard or some other site like that, then of course that could be a drawback for you. Now, another great thing about this Fidelity credit card is that it is a Visa Signature credit card, so you do get all the benefits that come with it. So this pretty much includes receiving purchase security, which is going to cover new retail purchases made with this card for the first 90 days from the date of purchase. This is going to replace, repair, or reimburse you up to the total purchase price of an item for a maximum of $500 per claim and $50,000 per card holder in the event of theft, damage due to fire, vandalism, or accidentally discharged water or certain weather conditions. It's also going to include travel and emergency assistance services, lost luggage reimbursement, which can be reimbursed for the difference between the value of the amount claimed and the common carrier payment up to $3,000 per covered trip. And you're also going to receive $250,000 in worldwide automatic travel accident insurance. So now that we went over the main features of this credit card, we're now going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees, because this is super important as well. Now, starting out with the APR, if you do use that link that I have linked in the description box below, starting out, you are going to have a 0% APR for the first 12 months on purchases, which could definitely be rewarding if you have a lot of different transactions that you have to spend on and you don't currently have the money to pay those off. And these are like emergency expenses, not just something that you want. And definitely you'll have to make sure that you're going to be able to pay this off, because after the first 12 months, your APR is going to go up to 19.24%. This is going to be on both purchases and balance transfers. Now, if you happen to take out a cash advance, which on this channel we strongly advise ever against doing, you're going to have an APR on cash advances of 29.24%. Plus, there's going to be a fee of either $10 or 5% of the amount of your cash advance, whichever happens to be greater. As far as balance transfers go with this card, there's also going to be a fee of either $5 or 3% of the amount of your balance transfer, whichever happens to be greater. Also with this credit card, even though on the main website, interestingly enough, it does say there is going to be a $0 in foreign transaction fees. Personally, having this credit card myself, I have noticed foreign transaction fees before. So there's actually going to be around a 1% foreign transaction fee. You might want to look into your own fee sheet if you do happen to sign up for this card to see what your own foreign transaction fee might end up being. And in this case, it's probably a card that you would definitely want to leave with you here at home and not take with you abroad. And instead, you might want to take another travel credit card, one that does not have a foreign transaction fee, or decide to go with a Capital One credit card, because most, if not all, the Capital One credit cards do not have foreign transaction fees. Now, in addition to that, if you happen to pay late or have a return payment, you're also going to have a fee of up to $41. But thankfully, there are no annual fees with this credit card, so this is definitely a credit card that you can keep with you every single year. You never really have a reason for closing it out because you do not have a fee to pay on an annual basis, which of course is super great because there are other cards out there that have annual fees of say like $95. And with those cards, you have to decide whether or not it's worth it paying the $95 fee every single year with the benefits that you're receiving. You have to make sure that the benefits that you're receiving are at least $95 or more, obviously, to pay a $95 annual fee. So now that we went over the main features of this card as well as the APR and fees, I'm now going to go ahead and dive into what I would consider to be the biggest pros and drawbacks of this credit card. So starting out, we're going to be talking about the pros. The first great thing about this card is the fact that you are going to be earning 2% cash back across the board on all transactions. There's no categories. Every single transaction is super simple, 2%, and there are no caps on how much you can earn. Now, in addition to that, if you happen to have that special offer of $150 in a spend bonus, as long as you're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 90 days of having this card, that would be a great pro as well. Plus the 0% intro APR that you're going to be receiving for the first 12 months if you have that special offer as well. And then finally, the last pro of this card is the fact that there are no annual fees. So those are the good things about this credit card. Now to talk about the cons. Starting out, of course, is that foreign transaction fee of right around 1%. So with this card, it's one you probably would not want to take with you if you do happen to travel abroad. Secondly, it's more favorable to Fidelity members. So perhaps if you have, brokerage accounts set up with Vanguard and you're not such a fan of Fidelity, this is a credit card that's probably not going to be all that great for you either. And then finally, if you don't sign up with that special link or you don't have that special offer of a $150 spend bonus, as long as you're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 90 days, and you don't have the offer for the 0% intro APR for the first 12 months, that makes this card a lot less favorable, because then at that point, you're only earning 2% cash back and you're not earning any type of spend bonus. That would make another card such as the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card that also earns 2% cash back, but then also has the spend bonus a lot more favorable. And this one, not really all that special. But just to sum things up here, I would say this credit card is definitely worth it for those of you that already have Fidelity accounts set up, that you invest with Fidelity, and also for those of you that can get that special offer of a $150 spend bonus as long as you're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 90 days. If you're able to get both of those things, it would be pretty worthwhile for you because you're going to be receiving 2% cash back plus the spend bonus. So if that meets your criteria, pretty good. However, if you're not able to get the spend bonus offer and you don't usually use Fidelity, this credit card is probably not going to be the best fit for you. But As always, you'll definitely have to read into this credit card yourself and make sure that it fits your personal lifestyle. Before applying for it, always make sure to read the APR and fees yourself. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.